Hello, everybody, and welcome to the video read for this energy week or the energy of this week. We're gonna do this video will probably be a little bit short, just because we'll cover yesterday, today, and tomorrow kind of thing, and then we'll pick up the end of the week read via the uh, full moon, super moon. I think it's a super moon too in Aries. So, um, yeah, it's interesting this week. Just even noticing yesterday and today was kind of geared towards, taking it a little more easy, which is kind of funny because it leading up to an Aries moon meeting, meaning that you know, again, Aries like movement forward, action. So having a little rest and a retreat and a reprieve right now in these first 3 days. I essentially played around my house today and did nothing. I was pretty busy on the weekend, and so just decided not to push it today. That one right out. All right. What's the energy of this week? Strength. I wisely use my life force energy to create and direct my good work in the world. It's interesting because I'm also picking up that it is this week is um there's going to be movement forward. I haven't looked at what the moon in Aries, what that energy is looking like, but it's almost like I feel like this is like a conserve your energy, conserve your strength, build up your strength because we're going to need it, coming up and then the end of the week and heading forward. So, yeah, use this time right now to just to regather, retreat, restore your energies. Um, if you're in Canada like I am, we just did Thanksgiving, so not that that's really tough, but it's like, well, I mean, for some families, I'm sure it is. But it's a busy weekend. It's lots of things going on. It's lots of people and opinions and all kinds of things. So might just be a nice time to and everything's just exploding, imploding, whatever in the outside world. So it's good to take a break and, uh, this is so funny. Again, what did I say? What words did I say? Replenish, retreat, revision. Revision. And interesting because let's put it together with that card because it's saying about using life force energy to create and direct my good work in the world. So spend the next couple days just revising your plan about how you're moving through this energetically. Again, we're always in this constant state of, especially with moons, right? I did see a tiny piece about this Aries moon, and it's like, it's time to release, it's time to let go again of anything, again, old, outdated ways. And I think that's just going to be constant for us as this shift goes on because the outside world's going to keep popping up stuff that's like, hey, this is how we used to deal with it. Uh, no, that's not working. We got to scrap that. We got to revise a new plan. So we're in the planning stages, basically. So use the time to rest, but redesign your vision of what needs to happen for us to be in good energetic space through all of this. I'm having like the worst time speaking today, I guess. I also picked cards that were like from the Rebecca Campbell series of like Work Your Light, Starseed Oracle, and the Rose Oracle. Just it felt like we just also needed like some softer advice, some nurturing, that kind of thing. So let's take a look at the beginning of this week, Monday through about Wednesday. And like I said, we'll pick up the end of the week. Oh, it's 4:44 as I record this. And it's almost 4:44 on the counter. You can't make that stuff up again, can you? So yeah, I'm going to we're just going to keep this read for the beginning of this week, and then we'll pick up the rest of the week with the moon read. I am going to draw 3 of these cards for each, and there's only 3 decks, so it shouldn't take us too long. All right. First up is what I call the tower card in this deck, the crumbling. Um, what are you clinging on to? Again, like I said, a little bit of this moon coming up with Aries is still releasing that which is no longer serving us. This is also about, the outside world. We've talked about this so many times, and it's like the building is house cards is coming down. So, do we want to be in that building? Where do we want to be? We're like put ourselves in the best energetic space. That's definitely part of the plan for this week. We also got, okay, Sisterhood of the Rose, beauty and devotion, priestess, mystic, teacher. Teacher's been coming up a lot for us in the last 3-4 weeks. So again, I just feel like this is about softening up these first next couple days and just really resting and relaxing, learning, teaching yourself to replenish yourself too. And then, okay, but this also goes with this card. So we also got the priestess card. How are you being called to step up and lead? So you may not consider yourself a teacher, but you're going to be, or you are. So um, I think what it's asking us with that revision card is it's literally like if you're going to spend time doing anything these next couple of days, is kind of working on your plan. Like, how are you going to help and teach and nurture others? Like, I really think it's asking us to kind of deep dive into that plan of our own plan. Yeah. So it's like, again, there's two. Okay. First up, we get in the Work Your Light deck is Earth School. Life lessons, soul growth, study, higher learning. So, yeah, people always, I remember years ago when all of this energy started flowing and shifting and changing, and everybody said to me, like, when does this end? And I'm like, I don't think it does. It's we're in a school where we need to keep learning and keep achieving and then on to the next plan, right? Ascension is like, it's not like straight up. We're going up in a spiral. So sometimes we have some good momentum and sometimes it slows a bit, but we're meant to continue and keep learning. Activated Earth also came up. Power places, ley lines, trust where you're led. Yeah, there's also a little bit coming up here about, like, again, listening to your intuition um, as you revise your plan is like be listening to your intuition and what you want, because you are being guided and called. So far it's been about, like, what are you being called to do? What are you being called to teach others? Like, really investigating into that. Lifting the veil, questioning everything. Anything unaligned must go. That's already like starting to get into this moon, this Aries moon. Aw, and this one's great. A new earth. It's happening. Keep holding the vision. Keep holding the vision. Keep revising. Keep doing this. Don't stop. I've been harping on this for months. I know I say it all the time. um, that's our job this week, is just keeping that momentum moving. And we don't have to be out there breaking ground and doing a lot of stuff. We just need to be resting, retreating, revisioning. Well, it's pretty easy. It's a pretty easy read. Oops. I need those two. Okay. Yeah. We got the wastelands, sorry. Sustainability, slow down, tend to your garden. Really, I'm not even going to interject and say anything. I'm just going to read the things on these cards and then this video is done. Slow down. It's fine. We've been over this many times in the last couple of years too, is we can't go full throttle all the time and expect to have that be sustainable. It is not sustainable. your body, your physical body, your mental health, everything is just going to go, I can't do this anymore. And it's especially too, it's like we talk about when we're out there and all the stuff that's crumbling down in the world. It's a lot to take in. And there's a lot of, nefarious stuff that has happened. So you can only digest so much of that before it's too much. So, stop scrolling, honestly, stop sharing videos about all the doom and gloom and what's causing everything to happen. It's not helping. That's not helping. It's not helping you and it's not helping others. So just like revise a plan. How I do things is I do these videos and I try to make them more on the positive side. I don't try to, I'm not, unicorns and rainbows and la la la. We still got to do the shadow work and stuff. But I'm not, I'm not creating more fear and things like that. It's like that's not going to help and it's not going to make a difference. It's just going to make it harder for us to get through it. So got to really be careful about that stuff. Just work on your plan, but revision what you want. The best case scenario. What is the best thing that could happen? Tend to your garden. This body, life, sustain. We've gotta be working on this. Okay. We're gonna go on because I don't want this to be too long. The rose garden, innocence, forgiveness. Be gentle with yourself. Oh my God, like you're just like I feel like I'm just lecturing you guys. Slow down, rest, tend to your garden, be gentle with yourself. Seriously, I am just going to read these cards and I'm not interjecting. You know that's not true. I'm going to interject. Innocence, forgiveness. This is self, others. It doesn't matter. Just be in that. We've got to be in that state of grace and ease and not like doom and gloom and we can't right now. It's like imperative. It's like what I'm getting is like we cannot go on and do our jobs and teach and lead and help if we're like depleted and just a mess, right? Like I did nothing today because I knew I barely answered any texts or anything like that because I was just like I don't have the capacity to deal with all of that. I just want to, listen to calm music. I basically laid around, pet the dog, and just chilled. Oh, speaking of the dog. Okay, we also got the crowning. Initiation, threshold, birth, rebirth, seat at the table. It's the same as that other card. It's the new earth card. It's happening. This energy is coming in. It's nothing we have to do or like it's nothing we have to do or make happen. It's what we have to open ourselves and be ready and be prepared to accept it all as it comes in. All right, our last card, the lineage of the rose. Moved by the goddess, here for this, soul call, gather. Again, it's like, okay, this is why you came. You may not know quite yet what you're going to teach or be teaching, but be actively working on the plan. It's just like asking us, it's like to heed the call. But start to get yourself prepared in a way where it's like, where you're ready for whatever's next. And we don't necessarily know what's next, right? It's kind of up in the air. We have a good idea of what New Earth looks like, what we want it to look like, you know. It's happening. Keep holding the vision, right? That is our job right now. That's been our job for the last little while, right? And it's like we don't have a calendar of when this energy comes in. We just have, it's preparedness. We need to be prepared all the time. And we have to not let incidences and things out there like diminish that or cut us down in some way, right? Okay. Okay. A change of course came up. Direct your progress and realize your dreams. I don't think necessarily, yeah, just make sure you do have a plan and a path, right? That's all that's being asked of us right now. the only way we're getting to New Earth is if we have a vision of it and we have a course to get there. The course to get there is intention, is manifesting, is raising our own frequency, all of these things. Assemble your desires, gather the skills and materials for your purpose. Now, I understand those both cards are talking about purpose. So I get that it's hard right now because it's kind of like undefined. But we've talked about this before too. We get to write this. So um it's critical these next couple of days that while we're resting, we're still dreaming and visioning. Okay, last card, Forgotten Treasure. Restore your power and vulnerability. Again, it's just carried on through the theme of everything we need to do. Is like this week, this beginning part of this week is about resting, revisioning, restoring, all the RE words again, almost like we would had something in retrograde. Put yourself in retrograde. Pull back, slow down. Slow down is the big word, and and refocus and revision. That seems to be the key message of the beginning part of this week. Um, that being said, I'm guessing just because I didn't even know until we like read that it was in Aries. So I just popped on and caught it a couple minutes before I started this. So I have a feeling that it's going to be like like rest these next 3 days, but the potential for movement will come with that moon. So also be prepared to go from 0 to 60. Like it may not necessarily happen, but you know, I have a feeling, yeah, that one's definitely coming out. All right. This is going to be our last card, and then we're going to catch up with the rest of the read for the moon. Okay. The card we got is 21, Fire. Very Aries energy. The fire in my heart yearns for adventure. Interesting. Okay, let's read that. And then we'll leave it there for today. Your heart is the energetic epicenter of your body, the alchemizing locus to transmute pain and suffering. The torch that burns bright when fueled by gratitude. Action is also associated with your heart. There is a season and a time to take action. This card is a cue that your heart's desires adventure. Find ways to satiate this longing. It's so funny that I picked it right at that moment because it's like, and Aries is a fire sign. So it just is a confirmation of exactly what I was saying right before, is that like as we head into this moon, the potential is going to be for things to just gear up. So if being idle these next couple days is hard for you, like I know it's hard for some people to not be, to slow down, to not be moving, to not doing those things, is just like, just realize, keep it in the back of your mind that you're just moments away. You just need to take a deep breath because things are just have the potential to like propel forward very quickly. So um, and make sure you're ready for it, right? Like it's like you don't want to hit the ground running, but you have no supplies or anything to take care of yourself. You just, that's not always our best move for ourselves, right? So, as much as you can in the next 2 days, just really um, rest when you can. Uh, just spend the time dreaming and visioning and coming up with a new plan. If some of us might need a whole new plan. Our world may have been rocked by sorry, things we've learned over the last little while, or just the energy itself being so intense. So let your body have time to process that and to feel better. So yeah, we don't want to be depleted when we head into this next cycle. That's for sure what I'm picking up. So give yourself a couple days of at least uh, 5 minutes of meditation day, or just doing some breath work or taking a bath or those kind of things. That was really making me cough this time. So yeah, make sure that make sure you're doing those things. I think it's super important. feel like we're not quite done, but I don't know what I want to do. I'm going to do one Christ consciousness. It's hard to keep these short and sweet, but okay. I ended up getting three, so we'll read them really quick. First up is Judas, Catalyst, and Soul Contract. So, yeah, like I'm kind of reluctant to read these because I've realized it's starting to read the moon read, but I usually use the moon cards for that. Is like, so this is coming up. So it's good though because we can use these couple of days as we're resting, and part of the plan is how are we um how are we fulfilling our soul contracts, really tapping into that. But also, we got the armor of God, spiritual protection. So, yeah, things are definitely ramping up by this moon. So, do whatever you need to do to get yourself ready. Because we also got the Magi, which is signs and divine timing. Yeah, so it's funny because all those cards that I just read at the end here are all pointing towards what's about to happen with the moon. So we'll keep those cards in mind as we head into that. But just like it's just saying rest and restore right now because we're heading into a period of time where we're going to need to put on the full armor of God. Um, like we're marching into battle. And yeah, we're going to be boots on the ground. So make sure that you are like have tended to your garden and yourself and are like replenished enough that we're ready for this. So, okay, we're going to leave it there because we don't want to like I'm going to do the moon read probably right now because it makes sense to carry this energy through. So, we'll leave it here and we'll pick up on Thursday with the moon read. Take care of yourselves, rest, do whatever you can to just, you know, replenish. That's a big word that's coming.